y'all, some shit going on in the energy. I was getting ready to lay down, and I had to get back up because I heard, "What did y'all do to me?" And somebody's yelling at the top of their fucking lungs, "What the fuck did y'all do to me?" That's all I keep hearing. And then headache popped in, so I'm back. Okay. Um, Basically, what Spirit is telling me is that the voice I heard yelling was number 2, Yellow Dragon. Something that I said triggered a memory that he had forgot all about. The incident when he was sitting in the car. Um, I'm listening, y'all. Just give me a minute. Right before I got ready to go live, I felt a bunch of anxiety, tightness around my chest. I got the feeling Yellow Dragon needs me to elaborate more about that time. In Jolton. He wants me to retell the story. Okay. From Murfreesboro to Jolton. Okay, what I didn't tell you was when we got to Jolton, the Most High had informed me that I shouldn't trust you. You know, before I left Murfreesboro, I was getting all kind of signs I was leaving. I was going into a trap. I was being led into a trap. The billboard had a shooting target, shooting range logo. Everything was warning, 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 warning as I traveled down the highway. But I didn't listen. I kept going. The Most High was trying to stop me and turn me around. When we got there, Yellow Dragon, I got there before he did. He came later that evening when he got off work. I gave him a GPS and he came. When he got there, he brought all his stuff in. Well, he helped me get all the stuff in that I couldn't carry. And we set the place up. And we was talking about finding an apartment, and he could see me sitting at my own little cubicle with my little desk set up, my cards and all. He called them Yu-Gi-Oh cards. With your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The Most High told me in the cards that the Queen of Swords was waiting. Standing back watching. Queen of Swords with the 3 of Wands. I remember the cards. Waiting for him to come back. It was a setup to set me up, to lure me back in, so that they could have eyes on me, so that they could know where I was at. that she used him. He was not being himself at all. Normally he's talkative, he's laughing. We get along. But that time we did not get along. He was not warm to me like he normally was. He was cold and distant. And it's like all emotions flipped off. They all flipped off. Lights out. I remember somebody writing in my comments, I'm about to put the lights out on this connection. That shit has stuck with me ever since. I don't know why it's haunting me, but it has. That's great, I'm live.
I love you.
I love you too. She was full of energy, full of rising. Rye ain't even rose yet. She up there, but anyway. So Yellow Dragon. He was extremely cold. You know, he made it clear that he didn't want nothing with me. This is the crazy part. He said, I want to get married. I said, me too. He said, yeah, but I don't want to get married to you. I said, okay, cool. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt my heart, but I was like, okay, cool. And then he just looked at me. And that was in Murfreesboro. And then we came to Nashville, to Jolton. And he called me, which is crazy. Because when I got to Jolton, he called me. I just remembered that. And he said, I told them you went to Dover. You told them I went to Dover? Who are you talking about? Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. No, what do you mean? What do you mean you told them that I went to Dover? That's what he said. He told them I went to Dover. That I went to Dover. I was like, okay. Well, Yellow Dragon started being himself a little bit. And then, like I said, things got back to normal between us. Matter of fact, when he came to Murfreesboro, he was bloody, like scarred up. Well, Karmic had, him and Karmic had an altercation. And they had clawed him in his face. And that's why I was rubbing him. I was putting ointment and shit on his face. And he was laying on my lap. I was sitting like I'm sitting now. He was laying across the bed and his head was on my lap. And he was telling me what happened. Then when we got to Jolton, I was sitting on my bed. I was actually laying on my bed. He warmed up. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's back to normal. And then next thing you know, he come in one day and he showed me his hand. He had a big gash in his hand. I said, how the fuck did you do that? He said he was working on his car, but I don't believe him. I think it was something else. Okay, but he showed me his hand and he's like, yeah, it's all right now, but it still hurt a little bit. And I'm like, he kind of talk country, y'all. So, and I'm like, but dude, that shit look horrible. So I went and I was trying to, I normally keep first aid shit. And I had ran out. And, because I had used it up on my kids. But I did manage to find some Neosporin and I put it on there. And I'm like, bro, you can't just be walking around with no open cuts. I mean, like, something had gashed into his hand. It was circular, I remember. Like, right in here. Like, in between the middle finger and the thumb. How you doing? Ricosa. Alright, but he had that cut in his hand. And I'm trying to patch it up, right? He's like, I'll just leave it alone, it's alright. So I'm like, alright, whatever. And he's talking to me. He wasn't cold. He was talking. And I'm like, so what you gonna do? And what we gonna do? You know, what is this? You know, what are we doing? You know? Because in my eyes, I'm helping my lover who's going through a rough patch. But I was told by the divine that I was being set up. I just didn't know by who. I don't believe it was him. But then again, it was him. Because he called me and said, I told him you went to Dover. And I never understood. I'm like, why the fuck you... Who did you tell I went to Dover? Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. And it's like, the fuck's really going on? Alright. Anyway. So, it's like, time go by, you know, everything seems normal. We're hanging out, we're talking, we, you know, making love, whatever. And, talking about a home, he found a house, a 2-bedroom. I'm like, he's like, you have your room, I have my room, we roommate. Okay, cool, but what about the kids? You know, I got children, you got children. He's like, yeah, that's true. And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, we have to figure it out. Hell, they can sleep in the living room, turn the living room into a bedroom. You know, I was like, yeah, we could, you know. So he's like, we'll figure it out. And he had found a 2-bedroom. I had a job interview. And they sent me to a dummy location. I go to the location and nobody's there. It's empty, desolate, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm out in the middle of nowhere and there's no company by this name here. And I go back. I'm disappointed because I'm just like, damn, I knew I had that job, you know. Because he was like, you should, you know, he was like, you know, that because I was doing a little Uber and Lyft, and he was telling me to, you know, get a 9 to 5. He's like, why don't you get a 9 to 5? Because that way it looked better on the rental thing. I was like, yeah, that's true. So I had a job interview. I go to that location, nothing. I got sent to a dummy spot. Tried to call them and reach out, nothing. I couldn't get a hold to them. And what's crazy is, fast forward, when I was staying in the shelter, this very company that I was trying to get hired with came through taking women out of the shelter to go to their facility. And I was like, so y'all do exist, you know? But I don't know what that was about. Anyway, rewind back to the past. So I'm sitting there and one day I was laying on the bed and I had some Uggs on. And he came in and he rubbed across my ankle. I was laying at an angle, thank you, on the bed. I don't know what it is about the angle, but I was laying on the bed, and he came in. I was looking at was I watching TV? I was doing something. I was listening to. I think I was watching something. I was looking at one of my readings. Okay. So I'm sitting there, and he comes up, and he brushes his finger and play with my ankle. He's tapping in. He just tapped in, y'all. And he brushes me across my ankle like this. And I looked at him like, you alright? He said, yeah, I'm alright. Cotton candy. Cotton candy, cotton candy. Singing cotton candy. And I'm like, bro, why you keep singing cotton candy? He was being weird. That's when it started. When he started getting weird. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him. He's like, nothing, I'm alright. And then we had the door hanger on the thing, the do not disturb sign on the door. And this white man, a red Chevy truck or GMC truck, it was GMC or Chevy, parked right in front of our window. And he's got this dashboard camera, so he's recording. Because in the morning time, I like to open the window, let the sunlight in. But I'm looking at this big ass truck, and at first I didn't think nothing of it, you know. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm doing, because the table's set in front of the window, I do my readings, doing my morning routines or whatever. And I see this big ass red truck sitting out there, and I'm scanning the truck. I didn't notice it. I go on about my day. It was probably about the third day I noticed it. It may have been quicker than that. I don't know. But his truck constantly parked right there. And I'm just like, he's over here. Why is he parking here? You know? He could park easily in front of his room. There was nobody there, but he parked right in front of my window. So I'm sitting there, and one day that thought hit me, like, why he parks there and he can't park over there? And I'm looking at his truck this time, and that's when I spot the camera. I was like, oh shit, I'm being recorded. So it told me I was being recorded, so I closed the curtain. I started closing the curtain, leaving it shut as long as his truck was there. So now he's blind, he can't see. At that time, Yellow Dragon was working for a construction company. And he'd come home. You know, I'd be like, you hungry? He's like, nah, he already ate, you know. And he'd eat before he come home. Or, you know, sometimes we would get something to eat. We'll get something to eat and eat, right? But he's sitting there and he's like, I'm gonna go to the store. You want something? And I was like, this is how he got the cookies. I was like, yeah. You know. But when he leaves out, the do not disturb sign is flipped down into the crease of the door. And it's wedged in the door, like the weather strip in the door. I don't know how it landed there. I don't know if he cleverly knocked it down there. I don't know. But it was facing when it said lights out. It said lights out is what it said. And it was pointing towards the room next to me. Well, the dude, oh, lights out. That makes sense now. Okay, I cut his lights out by closing the curtain. You know, I was being recorded. So I don't know if he knew, caught on, whoever these people were. Okay, that was set. He was using him to set me up. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I see this sign, and the first thing that popped in my head was the heckler in my comments. Top my lights. I'm gonna put the lights out in this connection. And then the sign said lights out. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is he trying to tell me something? And the sign is pointing towards the room where the guy with the truck with the cameras stayed. And I'm like, so I get up and I open up the door. And this guy got the door open. Because normally when I go in, I'm in. I don't come out till I'm leaving, so he know my schedule. I was being unpredictable this night. I see lights out. I get up and I go out the door. His door wide open. He sees me. I look in. He's got all kind of recording devices on his bed. And I'm looking. And I play like I didn't see. And then I sat there. I smoked my cigarette and I went back in. Well, after me and Yellow Dragon had our little spat, our argument. Oh, he went to the store. He got cookies. He come back. We shared some of the cookies and shit. And then after that, that's when it all changed like that. And he had ate them cookies, and then I don't know where he went after that. He went somewhere else because the next day, that's when I go for the interview. And I come back, and he's in there, and that's when I was telling him that that's nothing. It happened. All this happened at one time. I'm telling him the bad news about the interview, how it never happened because the place didn't exist. It wasn't there. And then I was about to tell him about the guy in the other room, but he got to talking, you know. He was out in that car. That's why he was in the car. He went to the store. That's why he was in the car. He went to the store. Oh my gosh. Hell, I forgot. I'm starting to remember. He went to the store to get snacks. He came back. We ate some of the snacks. And then I'm trying to tell him about what happened. This is after I came out to the car, got something out the car, you know. He finally come in with the snacks. We ate the snacks. Thank you. Okay, now I'm getting in order. After he was sitting out there and I'm hearing and and it sounded like two women's voices. And they was saying she did this and she did that, and I can't believe, and you and that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who was that? They were loud too. And I was just like, I said, I ain't even gonna trip, you know. And his excuse was why he had to leave because something happened to his baby mama. Something happened to his baby mama. He had to go. And I was like, okay. He said, I don't know when I'll be back. That's what he said. That's what triggered me. He said, I don't know when I'll be back. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know when you be back? You just, goddamn it, had me leave my safe spot to come down here and now you're leaving? You know? And, yeah, after that argument, he leaves. I'm standing outside. It's raining one day. And I'm smoking, and the white man comes up. Well, he comes out of his room and he ain't got no shirt on. And I felt awkward, so I slipped to the side. You know what I'm saying? I moved on closer to my side. And he's like, "It's a nice night out here, yeah. All right." I was like, "Yeah." And he got to talking to me. And I was more, yeah, sure, yeah, I know, especially like this or that. You know what I'm saying? That's how the conversation went. So I'm getting soaked at the same time. I'm playing in the rain. I was actually outside. I was collecting element water because it was thundering and lightning, and I wanted to collect that rainwater and play in it. So I was out there playing. It was summertime, so I was out there playing in the rainwater, and that was the night I seen all the portals in the sky. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn, it's 1,000 fucking portals up there. You know? Excuse me. So I'm sitting there. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So I'm sitting there, and he starts coming on to me, and I'm like, you know, I'm trying to act like not show no attention at all to this man, and I'm like, yeah, no, you know, and and avoid eye contact, everything. He's like, yeah, so um, I seen your friend ain't been back around. I was like, no, we kind of ain't talking right now. He's like, oh, that's a shame. I was like, yeah. So what's up? You single? I was like, apparently. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, he's what he say? He started talking sexually. That's what he did. And I was like, ew, I'm like, how does this conversation get off of weather and traffic and shit to penises and tits and asses and shit? And I'm just looking at him like, really disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, no. And one, you ain't my type. Two, you've been sitting over there listening to us fuck. Now you coming out thinking you're gonna holler at me. No. And I'm like, ew, no. So one day, that same night, his phone rings. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? That's what saved it. His phone rings, and he goes back in his room. But I could hear the conversation. He's speaking in Spanish. And I'm like, he didn't look Hispanic at all. But he's speaking Spanish. He speaks, whoever he's talking to is speaking Spanish because he got him on speaker. And it's a female. And he's speaking Spanish, but also speaking English at the same time, but all they speaking is Spanish. And I'm just like, confirmation. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. I said, this shit get weird. I said, let me just get my ass on up in my space, in my lane, in my business. So that's what I did. I got my water, I go in, and then I was sitting there, and I'm like, the Most High is like, get to the table. So I get to the table, and that's when I pulled the energy, and the Most High told me that it was a setup. That the Queen of Swords was waiting with the Three of Wands on the Ten of Swords, either for me to be unalived, for him to end things with me permanently, or to harm me some type of way. That's what she was waiting on. It showed her like she was standing at the distance, watching, waiting to get a sign or be. I feel like she was the one calling this man. To be honest, she wanted to know: was it done? Did it happen? I don't know if he was supposed to, or get me to betray him by sleeping with him. I don't know. Which I didn't. I didn't even go near that man. He repulsed me, And I was like, what in the fuck? You know, I don't know who had it in their mind that I'm just out here for everybody, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Never have been. But if I want something, I'm going to get it. And damn, who got anything to say about it? You know? That type of energy. But I was a single goddamn woman still, you know? But I'm like sitting there like, what in the fuck is really going on? Why is he acting weird? You know? Why did he, do like he did? And from what it came out is that why he was in the car, from what the Most High was telling me, is that they was accusing me of doing black magic and harming his baby mama, who was in the hospital, but none of that was true. I never touched that woman. And just to confirm, that's the message I received. That the baby mama lied and said I harmed her. That's a yes. I never did anything to that woman. What in the Jahaba fuck is this? None of your damn business. Evidently, if you was in on it, you know. You ain't, so you don't know. How you doing, girl? Alright, so anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm like, why the fuck is he setting me up? Set me up for what? And I didn't want to believe it. I was in denial of it, because I'm like, why would he set me up? I ain't never done nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? And set me up for what and with who? You know? What's going the fuck on, right? But it's like, I don't know. After that, I started seeing somebody else. And, because he was gone about 2 months before I even started talking to anybody. And, I could have sworn he was sitting, I went swimming with this person. I could have sworn he was sitting out in the dump truck watching us, watching me swim. And I'm like, that's him. And I know it was him. Because I felt his energy. And I'm just like, man, why is he sitting there watching? Anyway. I don't know for sure if it's him. It was him or not in that dump truck. But I'm damn sure it was. Well, after that, I'm in there asleep. And then, like 5 o'clock, this time in the morning, wah, 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 motorcycles. Wah, 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 wah. I was like, oh my gosh, who the fuck is out there ramming motors this early in the morning? I'm like, what in the fuck? A whole gang of motorcycles. Popping their motors, talking loud. Like it's normal time of day. And I'm like, what in the fuck? So I get up and I go outside. Hey, y'all need to calm that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And they just looked and they kept on. I said, man, okay. So I go and I shut my door. And then I got guided to sit at the table again. So I go back to the table. The Most High is telling me, get up, go outside. Go back outside. So apparently, these people that showed up on these motorcycles was there to harm me, bully me, or mob me, or whatever. So I go outside. I ain't had no trash. I had a few pieces of trash in the bag, and I walk it to the trash can, and I come back, and they looking all these Lowe's trucks. I think I don't know who they were. Other people stay there. And all these motorcycle people. And I'm just looking at them like, okay, I don't know what the fuck y'all up to. So I was like, all right, I'll go outside. They stopping and looking at me hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking hard back, like whichever one of y'all froggy, you know. And they didn't do shit. I guess they called themselves intimidating me, but it didn't work, you know. So I go back in. Next day they gone, and I'm like, the fuck. So then stuff started coming up missing out my room, you know. Um, he never came back after that, or did he? Well, I called him because I realized he had left some of his shoes. I was like, hey, bro, you left your shoes. And he was like, yeah, what shoes? And I was like, your little slides. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. They all right. I was just, so you come and get them? Yeah, I'll be right there to get them. Never showed up. So I'm working, my back get thrown out. I did a cancer reading. It's called a blackout reading, where I was on the bed, laying down, doing a reading from a laying down position, and all you can see is the ceiling. My back went out, and I don't know why I'm being guided to explain all this. Okay, I don't know how this is helping him, but apparently he forgot something in this time window or period. I had went to the hospital, and that's when I heard that announcement about Trump's ex-wife passing away. And I was like, oh shit. And my son, it was about this time in the morning, had came and picked me up from the hospital and drove me back to Jolton. And actually, yeah, because luckily he was there. My son was there when my back went out. And that's how he wound up getting my car and picking me up, because he had came over to spend the night with me. So I'm sitting there. I had to remember how my son got there, because like he wasn't staying with me at the time. He was spending the night. I remember now. But anyway, I'm in the hospital. I see this announcement about Trump's ex-wife, passing away, just as I predicted. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I'll be damned. You know, I didn't even know she existed. To be honest, I just knew about his current wife. I didn't know about her. And I'm sitting there like, God damn. You know, I just spoke this shit because this umpire that had passed away, a real nasty energy. But they was dressed up in one of them old-time umpire suits. Like for baseball. And they came through and they were saying they didn't like her, that they was going to spill her tea. Next thing you know, she falls down a flight of steps with a cup of tea. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? And I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, I'm sitting there in the hospital like freaking the fuck out, like I just spoke that shit. You know? What I was hearing is this spirit that I saw in a vision telling me. I was recalling a vision. And that's what they told me to tell him. And I did. And then next thing you know, confirmation. Next thing you know, the whole damn city came in on me. I was in the laundromat, washing my clothes after my back got better. And a whole town of folks came into the laundromat. And I thought that was odd and peculiar. Spirit told me to arm myself, so I grabbed my knife and I grabbed a screwdriver. I had one in each hand where I could reach it. And I actually had the screwdriver up against my wall like this. They saw that bitch. You know, I wasn't hiding the screwdriver, but the knife was in my pocket. So I'm walking around with this screwdriver because all these white folks on me, right? And this one dude with this dog fucking with me. I cussed him out. You know what I'm saying? This big, tall, bald-headed white man had a goatee, mustache and goatee. Was like, bro, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Leave her alone. And he did. So I took that moment while he was there, got my shit and got the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't know what the fuck they got going on. Let me get my ass up out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? So I go back to my room. And that's when the Most High told me, it's time to go. We got to relocate. You know? You wasn't supposed to come here. I was safe where I was at. You know? Nobody knew where I was at. And I was safe. I was off the radar. You know? And I was sitting there and this time I left. I'm trying to remember where I went to. Was that when I went to Bradley Parkway? Yeah, I moved out on Bradley Parkway by the airport. You know, since I was back in Nashville, I just stayed in Nashville. And I moved out to Bradley Parkway to a hotel out there. And they say no, he pops up again. Out the blue. And when he got there, he said, I'm here. And it's like he was talking to God. And I was like, the fuck? You know? I'm looking like, what the fuck is really going on, bro? You know? It wasn't never a medium. It was always extreme after this point. You know? And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? And the Most High told me to cleanse him. So, he's back now. And one day, he made plans to come back to see me again. I was like, okay. So, when he came back, I had the spiritual bath already made. Because I knew if I had tried to ask him for it, to take it, he wouldn't take it. I knew he wouldn't. The Most High was adamant about getting him in that water with that salt bath. So I made the bath. I prayed over the water. And I lit the candles. And he comes in. And I was like, you hungry? He was like, what you cook? And I told him, nah, he ain't want what I had cooked. I was like, all right, so cool. I was like, well, guess what? He was like, I don't want to eat. I don't eat. He being sexual. And I was like, well, nope. And he was like, why not? I said, you just got out of work and you tracking mud up in here. Take them shoes off. Go get your ass in the tub. That's how I played it. And he was like, huh? I said, nope. No cookies till your ass hit that water. He said, what water? I said, it's a piping hot bath tub in there waiting on you. And he opened up the door. He said, well, I'll be there. He said, why you do this? I said, just get in there. I said, you ain't get no cookies till you get in there. And he was like, for real? I said, yep. You got to take that bath. I'm going to take that bath. He said, but I'm quick. I said, no, you just got out of work. Go. Get in there. So I finally get in the tub. You know, he gets in there, and I just go sit and read my book and wait till him, let him cleanse himself. He stayed in there a good time. I don't know, he was in there for a minute in that bath. And I'm glad he was, because after that, he come, I don't know what the hell happened in that bath with him, but when he got through, he came out and he stood at the foot of the bed. He said, "I'm here," and he looked up at God. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still like, what the hell him and God got going on? Because the Most High instructed me to make this bath for him, and I'm like, what in the hell? So, all right, I'm just going with the flow of things. I'm still kind of like trying to figure out where the fuck he's at, because he's not who he was. See what I'm saying? He's not who he was. It's like, and as time went by, it got worse and worse and worse. And I'm just like, bro, what is going on with you? You're not the same guy I met. You're not the same guy I fell in love with. What the fuck is going on? Why is you, in and out? 1 minute you're here, the next minute you're gone. I thought you was with your hoes 1 minute, now I guess your hoes gone. Shit like that. And I'm just like, bruh, get it together. Just get it together. And this is all the shit I'm thinking in my head, man. It was like, you just really need to get it together, because you're dragging me into shit that I ain't got no business being in, I ain't had no business being in. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I was minding my business, living my life, and I don't know. I don't know what got in him, but I do know they was doing magic. I told him that. I told him they was gonna set him up too. He didn't believe me. I kept getting messages. His first initial is a barge company along the river, and there's big mounds of sand shaped up in a cone, right? And his fucking initial, plain as day, in the fucking sand. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? And my phone died. I couldn't take a picture. And did I take a picture? I don't even remember. But I was like, oh my gosh. And then as I saw that, I kept hearing that song, that We Gonna Set Him Up. By, I think it's Skrilla, a female. What's her name? My man is your man. We gonna change him on the weekend. Her. That song was she talking about setting up somebody. We gonna set him up. That song. I kept hearing that, and I'm seeing his initial, and I'm like, oh shit. So I warn him. I tell him. It's like, bruh, somebody around you doing fucking magic, and they planning on setting you up. He ain't never want to listen to that shit. He did not want to listen to that shit. Why are we talking about Star Wars up in the fucking comments? Well, if anything, their mouth got too much weight. Them lips is too motherfucking heavy, because they gonna sink your ship. You talking about me by my way, baby. I am fine about my way. I am beautiful. Okay? Ain't nothing you can say about my way. Talking about some fucking Jabba the Hutt, nigga. When you up here with your short dick ass. You know what I'm saying? Talking about somebody. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Okay? Because I am comfortable with Me, I'm comfortable with me. You know, you can say what you want. You can tease all you want. But at the end of the day, who beating your ass every day? Hmm? We ain't talking about that though. We ain't talking about that, is we? You know? We ain't talking about that, are we? And Melissa, while you sitting up there talking, how you doing, Winston? Melissa, you talking to me? Or you up there with this other dumbass? Lord have mercy. Bitch, you stop eating. You tell me. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You're seriously fucked up in the head if you think that, old as I am, I'm gonna allow y'all to affect me with your dumbass comments about my weight. Bruh. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna go on back to what I was doing. Y'all can keep on with y'all bullshit in the comments. But just know this. What you put out does come back, and I ain't gotta do shit to you. So when it started happening, don't say I didn't tell you so. Alright? Watch who you put your mouth on. Anyway. So I'm sitting there and where was I at, Spirit? He took the bath. Yeah, and he come out and he's thanking God, or talking about, I'm here, God. And I don't know, what that was about. I don't know what he got going on with God. I don't know why he even came back. You know what I'm saying? I know why I let him back, because I was guided to. Because at first I started to tell him no, and God was like, let him in. So I cleansed him. I did what God asked me to do. I cleansed him. And because whoever these bitches were working so much magic on him, it was pathetic. But I kept telling him they was doing. He didn't want to hear that shit. He didn't want to hear it. But I told him a lot. He didn't want to hear it. So now with the thumbnails, we got claim your energy. That's why this is here. Yeah. That's why this here. Some skinny bitches trying to fat shame. Yeah, you anorexic assholes. But anyway, y'all wish y'all had some weight on you. But, the day I have a problem with my issue, a problem with the issue that you have, is the day I give a fuck. You got me. Alright, so, and then what's crazy is y'all talking shit and y'all don't even know your own fucking worth. So while you sit up here talking about me, look in the fucking mirror. Okay? And worry about yourselves, because your soul is the one that's on the line, not mine. Okay? Last time I checked. Alright, this is something different. That's not tied to that. Alright, so What did they do to him? Alright, so what they did to you would claim your energy. I'm hearing forget me spells. When you was sitting in the car, they was working an incantation over you. When you opened the door by answering that phone call, you opened yourself up to this work that they was doing. And this happened during the time you was looking for an escape. You was escaping, because you had already escaped the situation. Yeah. Someone wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. Yeah. And right now you could be stuck in some type of situation. I don't know. I strongly feel like, though, that's past energy. That in the past, you wanted out of something. And that's why you came towards me. But this karmic was dead set on making sure you did not stay where you went. So they got in their kitchen magic. You know, praying practitioners and shit. Honey, jar spills and you name it. You know. Somebody now is feel like they're about to have a panic attack. A seizure. Confirmation. Somebody could be about to have a heart attack, their chest tightening. Yeah, one of you motherfuckers in the comments. Yeah, ain't no escaping now. Ain't no running. Huh. Yeah. Toxic as fuck. You had to, for my counterpart, had to escape a toxic person. But also, you realize you was toxic too. You know? They had you stuck in a dream world. Because a lot of these tricks tried to pretend like they was me. You know? Trying to destiny swap and shit. Yeah, leaving you empty. Cutting off like there's nothing. Again. And it's funny I'm talking about these hoes and then these dumbasses, the same type of energy in my comment. You know. Definitely need to look in the mirror. You know. The reason why your ass skinny because you can't get off the dope long enough to gain no weight. And the problem is, you want to talk about my weight, but you really admire me. That's why you talking. You really admire me. You wish you could have some of this weight on your ass, but you can't even gain it. You look like a fucking stick walking around. No ass, no titties. And you hating on me because I'm a big ass, beautiful ass black woman. What else, dude? Yeah, they got into a physical altercation. That's why he left. But then again, like I say, if a bitch feeling froggy, jump. That's why you in the comments showing out, because this is about you. Look, the bitch done showed up. I be damned. Here she go. That's her. With the same 8 growed up. Yeah, it's the same motherfucker. Ain't still old as you is, you still ain't learned to grow up. Just grow up. It requires working on yourself, looking in the fucking mirror. You dumbass. Oh my gosh. Ignorant assholes. But you gotta get your crew right. You gotta get all your family together, right? You don't know how to stand on your own, do you? Yeah, fucking snake. It's always the motherfuckers got keyboard warriors. What else weird? Mm. That was him. You're clarifying about the pool in a dump truck, watching me from a distance. So far away, physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. That's when he was sitting out there. And then he pulled up to see me with old boy. Well, you should have called before you come. You MIA. And then just pop up and think I'm going to still be sitting around after 2 months of you being MIA. And ain't told me last time I checked, you was with your hoes. Who in my comments talking shit. They love come over and hate on me though. Anyway. Yeah, you sit up there, if you did get in your feelings because you saw me out there at the pool swimming, old boy, man, that nigga was disrespectful anyway. I kicked that nigga to the curb, Why you sit up there rolling your eyes? You was sitting out there thinking about shooting his ass. Oh my gosh. You was thinking about shooting him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So you said when we left out the pool area, he was thinking about shooting him. Whatever, I don't understand that though. I really don't. You ghost somebody. Don't call. Don't show up. Hey, Birdie. And then just like that, pop up what you do. What you mean what I'm doing? I'm living my life. What are you doing? Yeah, like shit funny. Shit ain't funny. Everything is not a fucking joke. I just saw a hummingbird. What are they doing at this time, man? Well, I guess. One shit funny about none of that, How do you tell me you're going to be with your hoes and then expect me not to move on, combination, and live my life? I don't get that logic. For 4 years, I put up with that in and out shit. No more. I don't do in and out. That car gonna stay there. I'm not getting up to get it. Dangling partial truth, needing answers, shifting. Two-faced it. Playing with your emotions is insincere, not who you think. Yeah, not. Hot toddy, champagne taste, beer money, budget, arrogant, pretentious. Yeah. For 4 years, that was a vicious cycle of the in and out, round and round, opening the door, letting you back in without you even apologizing, without you taking accountability for nothing you did, without you acting like it was just nonchalant, like it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, it was a big deal because I got hurt in that process. You got hurt, who knows? Because you was the one doing the shit. I don't know what that shit about. I really and truly don't know why I'm doing this reading. I do know why, because projecting hard as hell. What did y'all do to me? What did y'all do to me? We got tangled web. Convoluted justification, caught up, entranced. He was entranced. Damn, sitting out in the car, putting him in a trance. See the car? While he's on the phone with the karmic, she's putting him in a trance. Every time you speak to this fucking karmic, she puts you in a trance. And hard head makes a soft ass in my book, And you keep going back talking to this bitch, When you're dealing with a narcissist, number one, you cut them fuckers off. You kill their supply. You cut lights out. No occurrence. No currency. Okay? But, if she put your ass in another trance again, and that's what done happened. She done put him in another trance. Well, you know what? Hey, bruh. Snap out of it. I mean, like, I don't get it. I told you 1,000 times. One day, you'll listen. One day, hopefully. I'll just say no. Well, yes, I have. My brother worse than you. He hard-headed too. But, goddamn, bro. I mean, if you'd listened, I could have saved you a lot of trouble. But you didn't listen to me. No. Endless serendipity had you stuck in this trance of just partying. Wasting your fucking time. Look. Bitch sitting back manifesting magic on you. And you sit there looking ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't get free. Because every time you turn around, you open yourself up to being put in this fucking trance by this karmic. And forget that they're females. It don't matter. It could be masculine. It is masculine, but, The karmic was a female. Every time you turn around, she put you in this fucking trance. Every time you opened your ear, gave her your ear, an idle ear, she put your ass under a trance, and they say, no, you know, you live with the heifer for 3 years. She got personal items of yours. I told you a long time ago you needed to do a cord cutting, a cleansing, and go get that shit done. To where I gave you protection, spiritual protection, but did you use it? Did you keep it? You know, I don't know these answers. I probably will never find these answers out. And at this point, I really don't give a fuck. You know, but the thing is, if somebody's teaching you how to protect yourself and you choose not to use that energy or that information to protect yourself, that's on you, man. You know, I told you what they was doing. I told you what they was doing. Well, what? You know, it doesn't happen again. So, this month recent, he don't let him put him in another trance. When will you learn your lesson? So I've been snapping him out of it. Is that why you've been having me snap my fingers? And you know what? The only reason, I'm going to tell you right now, the only reason why I do what I do is because the Most High God asked me to. But I'm sick to death of constantly having to free you out of these traps they keep putting you in. Come on, man. I really am. I'm going to start taxing your ass. Because this is just plumb down ridiculous. Every time I turn around, you don't went around fucking around one of these damn karmic assholes, and here the Most High is, go on and get your twin flame up out of trouble. Shh, man. I ain't talking shit to you, the Most High, but that's just how I feel. Know you know me. I'm going to tell it like it is. You know. I just don't get it. Damn, it's way over there, man. Why I can't find it? Fuck it, I'll roll up. But, you know, I guess I need to give you another fucking cleansing. But I'm just tired, man. I done protected you spiritually. I done helped you with your ancestors. I done got your ancestors where they can't be summoned to no summoning circle. You know, no, I'm not going to keep doing this. Like I said, I'm doing this shit on the strength of the Most High, man. I mean, stupid is what stupid does. You're going to be stupid, keep carrying your ass, opening yourself up, being susceptible to these bitches, and you know they doing magic. You losing time, having gaps, blackouts, don't know what the fuck happened. Stop fucking drinking. Ridiculous. I mean, come on, bro. How long we been rocking? Don't act just because you ain't talking to me and I ain't talking to you. Don't mean we ain't talking to each other because you listen to me now. And if you ain't listening now, you'll listen later. Your hoes damn sure listening. They can't get enough of me. They act like they want to fuck me. Well, they be all up in my goddamn Kool-Aid. Go get some business. 'Cause I ain't that. I ain't never seen no bitches sit up there and watch somebody like that. Hey, what the fuck I'm gonna say? Man, That's why I say these motherfuckers weak, because ain't no motherfucking way I'm be sitting up there hating on the next gal, jealous of the next gal, trying to beat up the next gal over a dude. Bitch, please, sit down. That's some weak ass shit. I'm too fucking grown for that shit. Or leave your ass outside mad by yourself. That don't mean I'm scared of you. It means I don't have time to be out in the street walling with a dumbass hoe. And I'm not fin to. You know? Because if I do, I'm going to kill you. That's just dead on that. That's why I don't fight. You know? That's why I choose not to fight. That's why I stay to myself. That's why I don't bother nobody. Because I know me. I know that's why I ain't got no goddamn gun, too. Because I know I'll put a bullet in a bitch. That's why I don't have a gun. I stay to myself. I leave motherfuckers alone. I'm not one to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers think because I ignore them, because I choose not to entertain what they bring my way, I'm scared. No. You ought to be scared if you knew who you was fucking with. You know? You ought to be scared. That's why I say Most High be holding me on a leash. Because he know when he let go, I'm finna tear into some shit. And a lot of motherfuckers keep playing on my top. Keep playing. Don't think I just got motherfucking TV balls. I got some balls that come out and have your ass embarrassed. You know. I'm fed up with this stupidity. You know? This shit that come across here, I am so sick of it. And it's not that I think I'm too good for it or none of that. I'm just sick of it stupid. You know? I hate stupidity with a passion. It drives me up the fucking wall. And when motherfuckers don't use their common fucking sense to see that, hey, this nigga ain't good for me, this bitch ain't good for me, let me move the fuck around. This motherfucker, every time I go around and something wrong, I ain't acting myself. At what point am I going to tune in with self and understand that self is in trouble? But yet we want to look outside ourselves. We want to look over in the next motherfucking yard and see what the fuck they got going on and go disrupt that. When you need to worry about your motherfucking self. Yeah, you and your hoes, alright? Your hoes keep you in a fucking predicament. And bruh, I'm done, goddammit. Like I said, if the Most High asks me to, I do. But at this point, until you learn to protect yourself spiritually from motherfuckers doing, that's why it keep happening. You know, God ain't gonna let this shit happen to you if you working towards protecting yourself. He ain't gonna let it happen to you. Why you think it don't happen to me? Because these hoes be throwing shit on me all the time. All the time. Just like them bitches in my comments just speaking their black magic. You know? Again, February 6th, right around the corner. February 3rd, right around the corner. So while y'all over here falling for the okie doke, running your traps, talking your shit, Judgment Day is nigh. So keep talking. You ain't even gonna know it happened. That's the crazy part. You ain't even gonna know it happened. You ain't even gonna know that it done happen. You'll know when you pass away and your ass is eternally inflamed. And that gate don't open. So while y'all dumbasses out here still throwing this fucking magic, They'll put my counterpart back in the fucking trance like a dumbass because he, oh no, ooh. I don't even know. You know, what the fuck his deal is. Like, why? Why? So when what did you do to me? Was he snapping out of it? Okay. Because I'm like, so I'm speaking on some past tense shit. It's still irking and it stinks all to be damned. That's that fucking smell. I've been picking up spiritual scents and they've been funky as fuck. These bitches playing, that's the demons. Them bitches playing around with goddamn demons and shit. Come on now, summoning demons and, man, bruh. You need to get to Yellow Dragon for the last motherfucking time. Bruh, the people you knew are not for you. And you keep your ass in that circle if you want to. You keep fucking around going back if you want to. That's on you, man. For whatever reason, you keep involving yourself in that old ass playground. That's on you. Why? Why did he keep going back in this damn playground? Public image, worried about appearance, can't relax, conceited. Well, that's gonna keep your ass fucked up. That's what's keeping you fucked up. Worrying about your motherfucking image, bruh. You know, it's so sad that a motherfucker worried about their fucking public image. Why? Because society has put it in your mind that you should worry about your image. Because we're supposed to talk proper. We're not supposed to cuss. We're not supposed to be this. We're not supposed to be that. We're not supposed to be this and this and that. Or people are not going to like us. I don't give a fuck nobody don't like me. I like me. That's all that fucking matters. I like me. So their opinion, your opinion, the next motherfucking opinion don't fucking matter. You know? I like me. God likes me. My ancestors like me. My children like me. That's all that matters. Sometimes they don't like me and sometimes I don't like their ass neither. Shit. But motherfucker's appearance. Shit. That's why they try to shadow ban me. They don't want me out there because I don't give a fuck about public appearance. I'm just out here to give a fucking message. You either catch it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you wasn't for me no goddamn way. And I wasn't for you. And that's cool. No sweat. But if you for me, you gonna listen, you gonna get your ass right. Because I ain't here to lead you wrong. Or misguide you. But one goddamn thing I ain't gonna do is sit up here and play nice when the shit sting. I'm not. I ain't finna do it in my waking life behind scenes. I ain't finna do it on this camera. I'm not finna fake the funk for y'all. I'm not. It's not in my pedigree to fake the funk for nobody. I'm just going to get to you cut and dry. If you don't like it, don't listen. It's that simple. You either come over here to create a new you, or you come over here to simply walk the fuck away. Creating simple. Hello. Some of y'all come over here simply to take and then go use it. and pleasuring your goddamn self. Pleasurizing yourself. But it's okay. And I know everybody is doing it. I know every fucking face and name that done came to my channel got information, and went and regurgitated on their channel. I know every last one of you. But, you know, I'm actually flattered. I'm flattered. But I still find that cheap. Because you can't see your own worth enough to know that you got the ability to create your own without having to take from somebody else. That's the sad part, you know. It just shows that even in school, grade school, you was that one that was looking over your classmate's shoulder, stealing their test results, because you didn't have faith enough to believe that you can fucking pass the test. You know, and y'all still failing them. Still failing the fucking test. You know. I don't desire to be like nobody on this planet but Yasmin. That's it. Obey, who you talking to? Me? You there, Obey? Is they directing that at me or the people in the comments? In the comments. Oh, okay. But yeah, you know, I don't understand why people at society work their point of view of who they should be. I don't. Public image, what is that? If you can't accept me as is, if God can accept me as I am, but society can't, then tell me who's wrong. What's wrong there? I choose not to fit in with society. I'm over here with God. Because if society can't accept me as I am now, I fuck society. I'm over here with God. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I sit and rock with Most High every day, all day. You know, I ain't got time to be worrying about what society think of me. Even if I grow, if this channel grow beyond my wildest dreams, I still don't give a fuck of what society thinks of me, and never will. Because at the end of the day, they ain't got an answer for me. I do. You know? I got an answer for me and what I do. Nobody else. So fuck what society think about me, you know? I never gave a damn about that, you know? Never have. And that's one reason why I am the way I am. I don't give no fucks about other people's opinions, you know? And that's the problem. Everybody's worrying about somebody else's opinion when your opinion is the one that matters. You know? Your opinion is the one that matters. You know? You know, to Yellow Dragon, if you worrying about shit like that, bro, you know, how old are you now? You know, it's time to grow up from that. You know, it's time to grow up for that, because that's some high school shit. That's some grade school shit. And what are you, about 43 now? Because I think I'm 3 to 4 years older than you. Yeah. I'm too old for that shit, you know? Too old. I got more things to worry about than that shit. I just don't understand that. I don't understand it, you know? Do you get off on having women fight over you? Because if that's the case, you'll never get that out of me. You'll never get that out of me, baby. I'm fighting with you, not over you. You know? Fuck that. I'm not, no. If that's what you want out of me, I'm not finna fight no bitch over you. No nigga over you. Not finna do it, you know? No. I refuse. Now the bitch put her hands on me, that's a different story. I'm fighting for myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fighting for you. Fighting for myself. But, you know. I'm not fighting over no man. I fight over my children before I fight over some dude. Especially he ain't putting no ring on. Ain't in hell I didn't fight over that neither. It wasn't meant for me. If they got you, they wasn't meant for me. No. You wasn't for me if the next bitch got you. That's how I look at it. If the next bitch can pull you, you was never for me. So I'm not going to sit up here and put my effort and energy in trying to make you stay. For what? If you want to be set free, go. That don't mean I don't love you. You know? Me up here acting a goddamn fool, disrespecting myself, degrading myself to stroke your fucking ego? Hell no. 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 I stroke your ego when I tell you how to get fucking free. I stroke your ego when I tell you how you are more powerful than you hold yourself at. You know. I ain't got time for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. I likes my freedom. I likes my freedom. And ain't no way I'm finna be sitting up here fighting over no man out here in these streets. Cause he don't want to stay put. Well, what did you bring your ass over here for? You know? I'm okay with being alone. I really am, you know? Yeah. I'm okay with being alone. But that's why I be too before I go do some shit like that. I'm for real. I'll be by my goddamn self sitting there with the Most High God at peace. Even if I'm in a struggle, happy. I'm gonna struggle happy and at peace. Knowing that everything I need is gonna be provided when it right on time. I'm not gonna be sitting up here wasting my time fighting like cats and dogs. No. I fight for my children. I fight for the weak. I fight for the poor. But I'm not going to be out here fighting over no whores. Because if you choosing to be a whore, then go be that. I'm not going to throw a bone at you. I'm going to cry my tears. I'm going to heal myself. And I'm going to move the fuck on. And when God lines something up for me, it's for me. I ain't got to fight over it. I'm not going to fight over it. The way I fight is by working out my differences with that person. The way I fight is by making sure that we're on the same page. The way I fight to make sure that what you want and what I want to create together is capable and possible. That's how I fight. I fight by uplifting you. I fight by putting life in you, speaking life over you. I fight by protecting you. I ain't finna be out here throwing hands to stroke your ego. To me, there's something going on here. Excuse me, confirmation with the mindset. You know, and it makes me wonder, like, where did you get that logic from that a girl got to fight for you physically fight for you out in the streets to prove that she wants you. What does that make sense of? That's ego. No, I'm not gonna stroke it. That bitch will be strokeless if you counting on me to stroke it for that purpose. If I verbally speak to you what it is that I want, what it is that I feel, I'm going to show you by how I'm moving, not by going out here and be toxic in the streets, because that's what you want. And I don't know who that is that's in this energy. Lord forbid, I hope it's not my counterpart. Is this Yellow Dragon's energy? Okay, good. Because I was going to say, ain't no motherfucking way I'm finna be out here. No. I'm not finna do that. We gonna fight together, goddammit. Shit. The fuck I look like being out here fighting over you with the next chick because you sitting up here can't keep your dick in your pants, bruh. No. We're not doing that. You look better just come to me and say, hey, I want to fuck her. I might say, shit, go ahead. Just make sure you bring your ass home. You know what I'm saying? That's the type chick I am. But make sure you bring your ass home and she stay put. Where the fuck you found it? You see what I'm saying? And she know who the boss right here. Not her. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You look better come to me talking to me about that. Than to just go out there and do that shit. Because when you do that shit, I ain't trying to fight her. I'm going to bust your head because you the motherfucker that I got the agreement with. Not her. Now she gets stupid, get froggy, then I'm going to give her a 1-2 combo and sit her ass down. Now I told you, go home, baby girl. It's going to be like that. How you doing? Anyway, you just spoke diabetes into your path, bro. Keep coming over here talking shit. I'm not going to block y'all. I'm going to let y'all come in the comments. Go ahead. I love it. Come on. Keep throwing them. Because all you doing is putting that back on you. What you put out reverses back to sender automatically on this channel. Go ahead. Keep talking shit in them comments. Guess who watching? And guess who coming to collect? And if you don't know the answer to that, then you might want to shut the fuck up. And I ain't talking to y'all that ain't talking shit. I'm talking to those that's in my comments talking shit. But anyway, bitch, I don't even have diabetes. I have a good bill of health. The only thing wrong with me is some arthritis. You want to talk about some arthritis? We can talk about it. Because Arthur is a fucked up motherfucker. And I wish he'd get the fuck out of my life. Now you want to talk about some arthritis? Yeah, we own to something, okay? You own to something then. Yeah. Tell Arthur to get the hell on. I wish they never created him. You know? Shit. You want to talk about some fucking diabetes, bro. Diabetes, I can't get it. They tried to give it to me. They ain't got it. Alright? Anyway. I'm just like, bruh. Diabetes is a poison. I can't get it. Anyway, these children's coming over here talking shit. Them grown-ups. Like some children in the comments. Y'all doing shit children do. Y'all ought to be ashamed of your goddamn self. I mean, who does that? Grow the fuck up, man. If you ain't your mama ever taught you if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all? Grow the fuck up. Ignorant ass. Ignorance. It's so pathetic. You talking about, oh, that made you feel big? by trying, keyword trying, to insult me. You did not insult me. You didn't piss me off. Instead, you just proved my point about stupidity and needing to grow the fuck up. Immaturity. That's what your comment speaks. Immaturity. Like, bro, sis, all y'all in my comments with that shit, you only showing how stupid and immature you are. I sometimes I wonder, when y'all come in my comments with that stupid shit, I just sit back and wonder, what would your parents think? They know that you're a fucking bully. Did they whoop your ass? Or did you learn it from them? Those are things to ponder, but I don't give a fuck. Not my problem. It's your problem. You're stuck with that type of stupid ass energy, not me. But anyway. Get somebody running water. Okay. What else, Spirit? Because I'm like over this shit. Mechanical. Going through the motions, checked out, routine. Yeah, some of y'all stuck in this shit. Yeah. Stuck. It's like your mind is on repeat. You don't know how to break free of the goddamn stupid ass shit you keep yourself stuck in. Like, you know. We already talked about worrying about what other people think about you. And now we're talking about you constantly coming over here with your comments, thinking you're hurting my feelings. You're not. You're only telling me there's more teaching that I need to do to put you in your place because your ass stupid, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna wear your ass out. You shouldn't have came over here with the fuck shit. Come in peace, I bring back peace. What you put out, you can get back. And I ain't lowered myself not one time to do it. Not that I get angry. But if you come over here with that dumb shit, if anything, I'm just going to put you in your place, man. And you're just going to show the world that come through and watch your dumbass comments. And unless they stupid and dumb just like you, they're going to either agree with you or they're going to be on the same wavelength I'm on. Like, bro, was that even called for? You know. You know. See, and this is the shit that society has taught you. The shit you're doing in the comments, this shit you done learn from society. You had to. Because everybody got to say something. Everybody got something to say about somebody. But what are you saying about your motherfucking self? Can you speak a truth about yourself and not feel embarrassed and ashamed? Can you? I don't think so. Some of you can, but them motherfuckers talk shit. No. Them the motherfuckers that wear the mask. Them the motherfuckers that hide. Them the motherfuckers that's running around here throwing stones and hiding their hands. Them the motherfuckers that sit up there snitching on you behind your back. Them the motherfuckers that sitting up there, goddamn it, got 1,000,000 tons of skeletons, bodies, and some more shit. Talking shit. Because they want to shine the light on somebody else and their flaws. In their eyes, to them, they're flaws. To me, I'm beautiful. From my head down to the bottom of my feet, I'm fucking gorgeous. And that's not conceitedness. That's a confidence that I love me. Every inch of me. You know? So, I think God did his damn thing when he created me. He broke the motherfucking mold. Ain't nothing else built like me. And I love that. You know? So, while you got this routine of thinking like it's cool to go out here and talk shit about somebody. It's cool to sit up here and blase behind a motherfucker back and you smiling in their face type shit. You know. Hey girl, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, yep, I know, right? Bitch, please. And then as soon as you turn your back, girl, did you know she this, and that? If I was motherfucking listening to you, I'm turning around and tell you, like, bro, why you didn't say that in her fucking face? You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't say all this shit in her face? You know? But you can come put it in my ear, but you couldn't say it to her. That's weak ass, petty ass, broke ass shit. You know? It's motherfuckers that got more than me to sit up here and come hate on me. Okay. But what you really mad is, one of y'all bitches is mad because your niggas was watching that last video I just put up. That's why you really mad talking about my weight. Oh, caught your nigga jacking off. Oh, I felt it, but I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. That's why you really mad over talking shit. Because your nigga found it nice. That's why you mad. Then got your little friends to come over here and gang up because your nigga, whoever the fuck you fucking with, you done caught them jacking off on my last reading. Uh-huh. Ain't my fault. I'm just doing what the Most High tell me to do. Hey. Hey. That's another issue. We ain't been able to get it up. He don't find you attractive no more, boo-boo. That's all. He don't find you attractive no more. He don't find you attractive no more. Hey. That ain't my fault. I didn't do it. I didn't tell him to watch. I'm doing me in my own lane. Right here. You come tune in. Ain't no telling what you gonna get on creating something terror and more. Keyword more. You know. I teach by examples too. You know. So. And I was not expecting that lesson. But you know. I'm half-ass expect anything to come out on my channel because it's a free-for-all over this motherfucker. The most I be having me go every goddamn way. But that's all right. That's my job. Is what I'm going to do. Oh. You know. I'm going to do it. And you can't do it better. I'm going to do it, and you can't do it better. That's why you're mad. Because I'm going to do it, and you can't do it better. God damn. Because I'm going to do it, and you can't do it better. Well, you know. Because I'm going to do it, and you can't do it better. That's why. That's why you mad. That's why you talking shit. You better be glad that I ain't got no dick. Because I put it in your mouth. Now, suck it and shut up. Fuck what society think. Motherfuck that. You know? I ain't even really pulling no card. I am. He giving me topics. We're talking about topics here. Alright, next in line, Tangled Webs. The group conversations, group chats. Motherfuckers calling up their friends, girl, did you hear about this? And they ain't got the facts. They just sitting up there talking and spreading shit. It's like I could say, pink, purple, blue, you gonna say purple, blue, pink. He gonna say green, pink, purple. Get it? If you want to know something, go to the person. You know? Like I told y'all, come over here with respect. You got an issue with me, keep some respect on my name, I'm gonna keep some respect on your name, and we can hash it out. You know? But if you got a problem with me and you can't articulate that in a adult way that don't have to cause conflict, then go learn how to communicate properly, and then we can communicate. You know? There's ways around conflict, but you have to choose to want to be nonviolent and to choose a peaceful path. You know, but you ain't gonna come over here and disrupt my peace, because I'm gonna disrupt yours if you do. You know, I'm gonna have you goddamn hide your face in shame when I get through. Wow. Look, who are you? Melissa Bradley. You calling me the nut job, but you in the comments talking to yourself because I just noticed you. But you over here watching me and you calling me the nut job. And you talking to yourself. If they hadn't told me to look, I wouldn't have noticed you. That's why you mad. Because you caught your nigga jacking the dick to me. He had a good nut job, didn't he? That's why you mad. He heard me go, Is that what he heard? So you over here screaming and yelling at me because you couldn't get his dick up for a whole week? He seen big old mama over here, this nut job, and it came up and went, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, that's something I like. Bitch, don't come in my comments with that shit. Make your ass cry. Keep on. Oh man, you crying for it's over. You better get on up out of here. Don't say I ain't tell you so. That's why you mad. Because you can't do it like me. That's why you mad. Because he fucking somebody old and it ain't you. That's why you mad. You've been crying all week. That's why you mad. Y'all think I'm just making up shit. I'm actually channeling what the fuck's going on with Melissa Bradley. And I'm laugh at her because she shouldn't be over here talking shit. But she mad because her boyfriend was watching me when my twin flames were channeling through me. When I was giving a little seminar about tantric sex. She was watching. He was watching. And then that's when he wanted to fuck her. Oh. That's why you mad. Because you can't do it like me. That's why you mad. Because I'm the agent. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. Thank you, Spirit. I'm not gonna say that. Come on, Melissa. What else you got to throw in? I'm gonna post some more out there. You know. The fact that you went silent let me know I was dead on point. You went and reported me. She reported my channel. She just reported me. Go on and report me, sweetheart. Mm. You been doing jar spells? You one of them hoes that was doing them jar spells tapping into my dreamscape. Oh. They showing up today. That's why you said get out. I wanted to go to bed. You said nope. We ain't gonna sleep yet. I see why. I pissed a lot of motherfucking hoes off, didn't I? Well, it ain't my fault. They shouldn't have been looking. You want to be mad at somebody, be mad at my counterparts. They did it. I didn't do it. And the Most High told me to go along with it, so I did. Oh, you gonna really be mad. Oh my gosh. Who y'all really gonna be mad? Keep playing. But, you know, because there's more coming, more in store. But, you know, I'm not worried about you being mad at me because your man was jacking off, listening to me teach about tantric sex. You know, get your flex on, boo. You know, go find your sexy because evidently you done lost it. Shit. Come over here hating on me. All right, Spirit. There's something else going on here. Somebody may be down in a downtown area. Or, you know what I'm getting out this? There's somebody in the house with somebody snitching to the police. On the phone, tipping out the police. There's somebody on the phone, police outside. Let me put him on this side. Look, police outside in the car. See the car down there? See the car? This bitch up there tipping them off. Exclamation points. Tipping out the police. Third party asshole. Somebody that's a third party. They could be wearing a wire. That's why you mad. Damn. That's why they mad. Because they getting found. Oh, they friend circles found out they snitching on them. They're informing. They are an informant. And you over in my comments talking shit. So, if y'all tuning in, I'm wearing these motherfuckers in my comments talking shit. Out. Airing them out. That's the skeletons in your secrets in your closet card that came out in the other reading. somebody, which is a third party, is trying to trigger somebody to say something so that they can catch them saying what they're saying, so that they can get whatever plea deal they done made. Oh shit! Somebody's actually in police custody, but not in police custody. Huh? They being surveilled everywhere they go. This could be a roommate. Somebody sleep a lot. And then for some of y'all, this is a mother-son dynamic and a girlfriend. Either the girlfriend's wearing the wire or the mama is. Or it could be a wife that's informing to the police. There could be a sister as well. All y'all live in the same home. And if that's not the case about the being an informant, then you may resonate with the energy of having to call the police. And this could be the sister who's up in her room minding her damn business. Gonna have to call the police because mom and girlfriend finna get into an altercation because son been fucking mom and girlfriend. Oh Lord. And mom's all up in the Kool-Aid. Mom's all up in the sauce of this relationship. Mom might even be pregnant by son in this shit. This some incest. So if you are a sister to a brother who's got a girlfriend that don't get along with your mother, you could be a divine feminine. You could be getting dream messages. Your brother's been sleeping with your mother, cheating on his girlfriend. And there may be some type of altercation where you're going to have to call the police. Yep. One of y'all is doing magic. And they telling me to trust my intuition. Either mom's doing magic, brother's doing magic, or girlfriend's doing magic. Doing jar spells. Or you could be learning magic. So go back and watch the first part of that reading I did that was today. Go back and watch the first part of that reading I did about the rules and regulations about magic. If you are learning magic, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's how you use it, you know. Yeah. One of them, though, is not using it properly, okay? Somebody's not using magic properly. And they doing jar spells on his mom or on his girlfriend or the brother. Something like that. Then too, this could be a nosy ass neighbor that's calling the police because they done heard all this shit going on in the house. Damn, now I'm hearing this another way. So, okay. Shit. Okay, so now what I'm seeing, if that first two didn't resonate with you, then this third one may. You could be a neighbor, possibly a divine feminine. Okay? Or divine masculine. I don't know, divine feminine. Divine feminine. Okay? You could be finding out or hearing this altercation, about magic. Like I did earlier at the beginning of this reading. I heard, what did you do to me? They did a lot. Okay, somebody's definitely playing around doing magic, but they're abusing it. They're not using it for the greater good. They're using it for selfish reasons. Okay, and there's some type of entanglement here. And whoever this brother is can't decide if he want mom or if he want girlfriend, which is kind of fucked up, And if this ain't sexual, damn, here we go. If it ain't sexual, then there is a mother and son dynamic and a girlfriend, okay? Mom may not like girlfriend for said reasons, okay? Because she feel like girlfriend gonna wind up getting bored, son in trouble. And son ain't trying to listen to mom because for whatever reason, I guess, you know how y'all do, or we do when we get a mate and we don't want to listen to our parents. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. We don't want to listen to our parents, right? Sometimes, even when we get grown. But even just because you're grown don't mean your parents don't know what the hell they talking about. And that's what I feel like. Ooh, thank you. Okay? Whoever this brother is don't want to listen to his mama about this girlfriend. Because mama could have caught girlfriend doing magic on him. Or knows. Or this could be a sister that knows that somebody been doing spell work on their brother and tried to warn him and they ain't listening. Okay? They stuck in denial. With undecided. They don't know what the fuck to choose because somebody's really discombobulated, confused even. Okay? Queen of everything. That's the Empress energy. I said you're a divine feminine. There could be a divine feminine who's this queen of everything. That's Empress energy. Somebody could even be doing jar spells to keep you sleeping, to make you extra sleepy. So say like, if you normally, your sleep schedule's been out of whack, throw it off. I'm talking to a divine feminine, okay? You may have very long hair, either blonde, this could be a wig or whatever, take out resonate. Because this hair is changing, so I feel like it's maybe weave or a wig. If you've been finding yourself sleeping a lot, that's due to somebody doing some type of jar magic. Alright? Alright, now I'm hearing this another way. In the past, your counterpart had to make a choice. Okay? A decision. You or karmic. And I feel like with Tangled Web, they got you caught up in some shit. And you either can find out that your masculine is a police officer or somebody of authority, or you may have an officer coming towards you that want to ask you some questions. I don't know what that's pertaining to, okay? Or actually, if you could be learning magic or no magic, there could be someone that wants you to do a reading for them, okay? That part. Alright. One more, and then we're going to get up out of here. With everything is, clean up everything. Yeah. Queen of everything needs to know their worth. And if you do know your worth, good. If you don't, it's time to start learning. You know, and reclaim your energy. Right? Just then, I felt the energy of somebody, like, the example I just got, it's like somebody's trying to pull you into something. What the hell that was? I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, I felt the energy of somebody's trying to pull you into something. Like shit moving in slow motion. I don't know if y'all, I'm going to have to go back and watch because I don't know how long I paused. But while I was paused, I felt like I was being pulled. Okay? Like a vertigo feeling. Thank you, Spirit. Like vertigo. Okay? Somebody may have vertigo. It's where your equilibrium is off. Because I felt like I was drifting, being pulled. Okay. And that just happened again. See? Being pulled. I feel like I'm being pulled. Alright. Bottom of the deck in reverse. Tell it like it is. Somebody ain't telling it like it is, though. This that pleasure. This somebody plagiarized itself. Somebody could have lied and said that you was having an affair with your sister. That's a lie. I just saw somebody. I don't know. What was that? A crack pipe? Somebody's getting high. I saw somebody like with a glass pipe. I got a wood pipe, okay? I just saw somebody doing like that to a pipe. Okay? One of these engines is getting high. It could be the masculine energy, the brother, or the lover, depending on how you resonate with this. Yeah, upside down. Somebody getting so high they upside down. Round and round, you turning me. Okay? Somebody's getting high and they turn the fuck up. Okay? Oh my gosh. And somebody else is stroking their chin. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I hear doors slamming. Am I hearing that on the spiritual realm? I'm hearing doors slam. I thought I was tripping. So that's spiritually, I'm hearing door slam. Okay. Let's see. Somebody's trying to surprise somebody with something. Somebody's been. Somebody put something in somebody's food. Something red. Oh shit. Whoever doing this magic could be putting something in your food. Or attempting to. If you're dating someone new and they have a drug habit, be careful of being alone with this person, because they just might try to take advantage of you. I don't know why I just saw Mayan symbols. This could be somebody of Hispanic nature. Some kind of compound. The fuck am I seeing? Some type of compound. It almost looked like was it synagogue? Somebody could do sign language. I hope ain't no. Oh Lord. There's somebody in the comments that was talking shit that does sign language. Oh wow. Somebody's screaming. I just heard somebody scream, a child. The fuck? Screaming loud as hell. I don't know why a child is screaming. Spirit, tell me about this child energy. She's screaming. It's a girl. Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding somebody hostage. Screaming loud. I can't even replicate the scream. Somebody's trapped. Look, somebody going through some shit right now. Some child. They trying to get away. They screaming for help. I just picked up on it. Somebody could be trying to kill a child. The fuck? To the Pentacles. It's somebody's family. Somebody resonate with whatever I've been saying. This is somebody's family member. Hierophant. Some type of organization is holding on to somebody's child. Or a judge. This is somewhere somebody work at. Okay, somebody could either be a police officer. Oh shit. Yeah, they've been turning. There's a police officer that knows something about a child and their whereabouts, but they not telling nobody. What in the fuck am I picking up on? That was in this house. I heard that in here this time. Oh shit. It's something about a child police officer that knows a child's whereabouts. The child, it just can't even be a child of an officer that's being abused. Oh shit. Also, you got Pisces and Scorpio. You got air sign, earth sign. Upside down. I don't know why. Alright, let me listen again. Hold on. Upside down. So I keep hearing. Boy, you turn me inside out. Running round. Upside down, you turn me. Oh gosh, why I keep hearing that? Oh, shit. Oh. Let me pull the lyrics up. Because I keep hearing that song. I've been hearing it since I picked this upside down card up. Oh, I hope this ain't no sex trafficking shit. But there's somebody sleeping with an underage. There could be an officer, and that's the screaming. They could be raping somebody that's underage. Oh my gosh, and they scream. Upside down. Oh, I need the lyrics. Open. Upside down, you turning me, you give me love instantly. Round and round, you turning me upside down, boy. You turning me inside out. And around and round, upside down, boy, you turning me inside out. Instinctively, you give to me the love I need. Cherish the moments with you. Alright, so on a positive note, there could be a masculine who's breaking free of a third party. This is on a positive note, okay? Because you could be this queen everything. There is a masculine that's traveling towards you who wants to shower you in love. They could have a strong water placement. Okay? With the high priestess, they could be fantasizing about you. Or they know something is true about you. Somebody see you as a guru. And for some of y'all, there is a Scorpio who wish they could turn you upside down. Oh, shit. And you may know this, but you're like not entertaining it. But something's transforming for this. Now I'm picking up on another good cop. There's a good cop that's going through some type of transformation. That could be somebody that had to make a decision. Oh shit. About a third party. They could be getting ready to call you. They're going through some type of transformation. And they may tell you the truth about, like, upside down could be hangman. Needing to get more information before they could close out a case. Alright? You could intuitively already know this, but this person's coming towards you. Alright? If you feel like somebody may judge you due to your status, they don't give a fuck. Okay? Somebody don't care about your status, and maybe you may feel that way. This could be your energy or theirs. But I feel like somebody don't care nothing about materialistic things. Alright. Again, there's King of Pentacles, Two of Cups. What I say? Tower. Something finna surprise the shit out of you. Confirmation. With the tower underneath. Three of Cups. Somebody want to reconcile. Somebody want to reconcile with you. Somebody wants to date you and be happy. Page of Wands. Somebody see you as inspirational, muse. Also, wise beyond your years. Queen of Swords. And very intelligent, okay? Seeing how it's in the upright. There could... Alright, so whoever this Queen of Swords is, based on what's behind this person is in reverse, okay? This person needs to make a swift decision, okay? With the Seven of Pentacles, something about some money, because they're about to face judgment. Yeah, and they're going to be pissed off. Somebody going to be pissed off because they don't listen. Oh, yeah. Alright, y'all. Also, there's somebody that could be, an attorney could be trying to locate you, look you up, come towards you. And they could have talked to a police officer about you, which is unethical because I feel like this lawyer is not your lawyer. Confirmation. And not this person's lawyer, so they have no right to tell them what's going on in court. Alright. That's all I hear. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh, that's the wrong day. Alright, y'all. Anything else most high before I close out? That's it. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. I'll let y'all have it. Take the information, do what you will with it. But watch the divine shoe. That's all I'm going to say. Alright. Peace and blessings. Good night.